So in this video, I'm going to show you the best reviewed Android TV box on Amazon. Now this one is the GoBang XB3. And of course, I will leave my referral link down below. Now it doesn't cost you any extra to use that link, but it does give me a small commission, which definitely helps out this channel. Now we've talked a lot about the Fire Stick on this channel, but with a dedicated Android TV box, you typically get better performance and hardware. Now it's pretty clear that all of us who are getting devices like this are installing Kodi or some type of video streaming software. Now the biggest issue with the Fire Stick is buffering. Now there's really two main reasons why you may be experiencing issues with buffering, and that would be your internet speed or the RAM on your device. And with the Fire Stick, it only has 1 GB of RAM, which is not a lot. So when you're streaming video, a lot of time you may get stuttering or buffering issues. Now with this Android box, you're actually getting 2 GB of memory, which definitely helps performance. But there's also a lot of additional features on here that the Fire Stick just doesn't offer. First of all, this box comes as a package in a kit. So what it includes is the box itself, and it comes with 2 remotes. Now it comes with a standard remote that we're all pretty familiar with, but my favorite is this mini keyboard remote. Now this thing is super convenient when you have to do a lot of typing or if you just want to have some type of touchpad as your mouse. But the main item is the box itself. Now if you look at the back of the box, you'll notice a few ports that just isn't offered on the Fire Stick. It has an Ethernet and an HDMI port on the back. And the Ethernet port is actually a really big advantage. What this allows you to do is to directly connect this box to your router or modem, and that will actually give you the best speeds instead of connecting it through Wi-Fi. However, it does have Wi-Fi capabilities, as you can see with this antenna. So if you're not able to connect this box directly to your router, you do have a wireless option. Now moving on to the side of the box, you do have 2 USB ports as well as a TF card slot. So what we could do here is install your mini SD cards to either expand the storage or just transfer your files that you already have stored on a card. And with the USB ports, it allows you to add in additional accessories. So for example, you have the mini keyboard remote. This actually has a dongle that you need to connect to the USB port on the box itself. That's what allows it to connect to each other. But other than that, this is a pretty basic box. Now this does run Android as the operating system, and that's actually really beneficial because this pretty much allows you to install any software that you want. Now the Fire Stick also runs Android, but it has the Fire OS basically running on top of it. So what this means is that you're a little more restricted than a straight Android box. And like I said earlier, we all know what we're going to use this box for, and that's to install Kodi and other streaming applications. And I will give you a full step-by-step tutorial on how to install Kodi onto this box. I'm going to put it in a separate video, but it will be uploaded at the same time as this one. So if you're already watching this video, then the Kodi tutorial is already available on my channel. So what I'm going to do now is just plug this into my TV, and I'll give you a quick overview of what it looks like for the initial setup. It's pretty basic, but at least it'll give you an idea of what to expect. So there's only a few steps that you have to do for the initial setup. So once you get onto this page, just go ahead, click next. Now it's time to choose your language option. So as you can see here, I chose English. Then on the next page, this is where you can scale the screen size. So for me, I had to reduce the scale to around 91%. This is going to give me the full display on my TV. Then the last step that you have to do is just connect to your Wi-Fi. So if you are not connecting this through your Ethernet cable, you can log into your router at this point. And once you have connected to your router, the final page of this setup is just a quick overview of the display. It's going to tell you where certain items are and what to look for. Then it's going to finally launch you to the home page of your Android TV box. And that's pretty much it. So what do I think about this? Well, I've only had this for 2 to 3 days now, so it's definitely a short-term review. But what I can say is I definitely noticed better performance on this over the Fire Stick. I haven't had any buffering issues, and it does seem like the menus load up a lot quicker than on the Fire Stick. Now on the negative side, what I can make comment on is it does feel a little clunky. So what I mean by that is when you're doing the initial setup, like installing Kodi or installing Terrarium TV, that install process, it doesn't feel as streamlined. It feels a little off. But once you do have all your applications installed, then you're good to go. So I definitely want you to be aware of that. The initial install of Kodi and all the other applications is a little weird. It could be a little bit frustrating, but once you get through that process, the performance on this is pretty fantastic. So my overall initial impressions that this is a pretty good buy. I would recommend it. Like I said, I don't have a very long time with this device, but so far I'm really liking it. And be sure to watch my other videos where I show you how to install Kodi and Terrarium TV and all that good stuff. But that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.